back to my channel. I'm Athena. This is my channel, Stitching Goddess Designs, and this is a channel about cross stitch and hairy bottom. If you are new here, welcome. Welcome to the fun. This is a great one to start with because I've got so much stuff. It's literally all around me on the floor. And if you're returning, thank you. Thank you, welcome. I do think that like this last week when I was uploading the video, I was like, oh my gosh, there's a whole bunch of new people. So thank you. If you're here and somebody shouted me out and I'm not aware of it, let me know. Let me know who, cause there was like 80 people, I think. I jumped up. I was like, oh my goodness. Hi, everybody. I have no sort of organization at all. I went through and I kind of wrote down what I did for the week, but I just have stuff. I've got haul, I've got whips, I've got magical stuff. I mean, there's so much. Okay, so let's just jump in. This is probably going to be a choppy video because there's people home. My husband's out shoveling. We did get a little bit of snow last night, so I am also a day late. I just could not pull myself together to get on camera yesterday. I did spend the day with some stitchy friends chatting. It was an amazing day. I had so much fun. Thank you so much. You know who you are. Oh, I even have a giveaway, you guys, courtesy of one of the amazing followers here. I forgot about that. I'm just looking at all of the stuff I have around me. This is going to be a great video. Okay. So I'm just facilitating the giveaway. She's the one that supplied the stuff. Okay, so let's just dive in chronologically, I guess. I mean, I don't even know if I can dive in chronologically because there's so much happening in front of me. It's a mess. Okay, so last I spoke to you, it was Tuesday night. I recorded. I was in the hotel. Sorry for that video. It was like so grainy and the lighting was horrible. I even listened back to it and I sounded like really echoey. If you struggled through that, thank you. But that night I went to bingo and I lost. But I had fun. That's fine. The next day we got some snow. We hung out at the hotel for a long time and I stitched on the spooky booze drum. See if I can find it. Here it is. Yes. Okay. So this is a spooky booze drum. This is from, I believe, the 2019 Just Cross Stitch. Yes, Halloween edition. And sorry it's in black and white. I just took a copy, working copy out of the magazine words. But this is by Praiseworthy Stitches. And this picture, you guys, does absolutely nothing for what this looks like. Let's see here. I have the top finished, so I did not work on that, but the top is already finished. This is going to be the top of the drum. And then what I was working on was the side of the drum, the wraparound. So that is, I stitched the S, I stitched all those green stars, I stitched some of this white ghost, and I stitched that black cat. Now, that's not a whole lot, but that was hours of progress because this is stitched in specialty floss plus blending filament from Krynic, which never again, folks. Again, this was a 2019 start for me, so that was the year that I fell down the rabbit hole. I knew how to cross stitch, but I mean, I was still brand new. So these were all like brand new Halloween pieces to me that year. And this just looked really cute and amazing. And yeah, we've got blending filaments. So you're stitching with like one strand of cotton plus one strand of the blending filament. I can show you that here. So like, these are like the called fors. They're Weeks Dye Works, but they're like all these bright, fun colors, right? And then these are the blending filaments, and they are they're like so thin, you guys. They're so thin. These are almost plasticky, so if you pull a little bit too hard on them, they snap. This one is just really yucky. Like this one at all. So it's just shorter lengths and going really slow. Now I was supposed to have like a glow in the dark one to go with this that I would blend with this, but I never could get my hands on that, so I'm fine without it. I'm fine without it. But that's where I'm at. So, but the cat's eyes will be beads. So there's some beads in the hat there. And this piece, oh, where is it? Because it's not in here. Oh my goodness. Wait, hang on. Because I cannot lose that. Connie and Melina, maybe it's in my whip bag. Connie and Melina sent me some beads and a beading needle, because I didn't even have those when I was doing this. Okay, so that was my progress on that. That was for, where's my planner? That was, I stitched on that for Olympic Day number, let me find that. That was Olympic Day number, well, it was the 13th, so it was number 10. It was day number 10, and it was for the skeleton Olympic event. The skeleton event. There we go. And so it was to stitch on something Halloween related. So that's why I had stitched on that. I drove on that. I have that in my Love You More. This is a full size. This is a bigger size one. Love You More Studio sleeve. LoveYouMoreStudio.com. Goddess10 gets you 10% off your sleeves. Shameless plug. Not shameless. I am an employee for the company, but I'm also a rep. So, just so you know. Okay. And hey, while I left it over there. Okay, that's fine. I was gonna say while I'm doing that. No, never mind. Okay. Next, what else did we do? So then Thursday was just hanging out at the hotel. We went and got some souvenirs. We went and got dinner with some family. I'm sorry, I'm looking down at my notes. I do not believe that I stitched all day. By Thursday, I was like completely drained, wiped out, and Denver is really, really dry. I don't know if anybody knows that, but it's like desert climate there. And it's even worse in the winter when you've got the heaters blowing and stuff like that. So I'm a Denver native, but I've been here so long that I'm used to the moisture now. I could literally feel the moisture being sucked out of my lungs. So by Thursday, my nose was just all messed up. I had a really dry throat, was not feeling good. Okay, Friday we drove home, and I don't believe I stitched the entire time the drive home either. I think I like napped, and we listened to an audiobook on the way home, and it was just a nice drive home. Saturday, if you follow me on Instagram, you know I bit it. I bit it hard. I was coming out of the bathroom, my foot went out from underneath me, I fell, I slammed down on my knees, I hit my head on the door. I had to sit and like ice my knee all day on Saturday because it was so bad. I am doing much better. My knees are still bruised. My head is fine. I had a pretty good bump on my head, but my head is fine. I'm alive. We're all good. But I got to stitch because I was icing my knee with edamame. Was the only thing I had. I got a lot of stitching done. So I worked on the chopping maul, which is right here. Let's see. Okay, this is the chopping maul. This is from the Witchy Stitcher. Sorry, I've got like needle minders sticking to themselves. This is from the Witchy Stitcher. This was a stitch along in 2021. I think it might have been 2021. Holy cow. Yeah. Anyways, this is where I'm at. Let me move my needle minder here. I did all of the black that you see up here, and then I had stitched that entire word shopping. I got all the way to the H, from the G to the H, and I realized that I was stitching everything too tall. I had everything one row too tall. So it was going to be off from the rest of, from the word mall. It was going to be too close to the top there. I had to rip the whole thing out, stitch it all over again. And as I took the picture, I realized I'm missing a stitch in the S, but I will pick that up when I pick it back up again. There will be like a chain stitch C going across that S, so it will then say chopping mall instead of shopping mall. But I absolutely love this one. I can't wait to get this finished. This probably needs to be a focus at some point. I think this is on my list for a focus this year. To just get this out and get this working on it. I've got a lot to do up here still. There's a lot of dense stitching up here. I've got a long room. I think there's a long room here and then a short room here. And then there's stuff on the outside of it as well that needs to go stitched around. So there's actually quite a bit left, but also just buckle down and get it done. But yeah, this is on 18 count Aida that I dyed myself. Okay, so I worked on the chopping mall for, what was that? That was an Olympic challenge, and that was Olympic challenge day 10, 11, 12. It was day 12, and it was for speed skating. It was to stitch on something with a border, and so I did speed stitching. Like, it was all that black stitching. Obviously, I had to frog some of it, so I was mad about that, but that's okay. Okay, so I told you this is going to be a choppy. And it's hard when you're like going and then you have to pick back up again. The rest of the day, Saturday, I worked on the Universal Monster Stitch Along. This is also the Witchy Stitcher, and this is from, I believe, 2020, 2019. I can't remember. Nope, I don't know. But I did not join this SAL until after it was already done, because there's a full color version, and that's what she released as the SAL was coming out. But after the SAL came out, she released this black and white version, and I was like, oh my god, because the original Universal Monster movies were typically black and whites. So I fell in love, and I was like, yep, have to do that. So picked that up, and I picked this up for the next Olympic challenge was the Olympic Village challenge, to stitch on something with a house or a building. Well, the entire thing is a house, so or building, whatever. So I picked that up to stitch on that. But this was also my Whip Go number, I think this was number 5. This was my Whip Go challenge number 5 for February. So all of that to say, I needed to get 500 stitches in on it for my Whip Go challenge. I picked it up. This is where I'm at. This is really hard. I had these 2 rooms done already, and I stitched like the border, like obviously the 3 borders plus everything in there, and that's 500 stitches. I am doing a single element pop of red color in each square. So I can't remember what I'm gonna pop in this square. I honestly cannot remember. It might be his eyes. I can't remember, but I think it might be his eyes. So this is the square I'm working on right now. But I think I might put his eyes red. Maybe I'll put that fish's eye red too. But I need to put some red in there. I can't remember what I had decided. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm obviously very, very far away on this one. But I'm loving the way it's coming out. This is 18 count Aida that I dyed myself as well. Love the way that's coming out. No. Okay, let me put this all back in here. Don't lose it. Sorry, crinkle, crinkle. Okay, I have this in a 805 stitcher bag. You guys, even with that print. And I also have this floss holder thingy. I love this. Save the stitch. Saved by the stitch. That's what it says on there. But I love that. Okay. Then, let's see, I'm trying to, like, as I finish things, put them in a certain spot so that I know I'm done with them. Okay, so that was all day Saturday. Sunday, I sat downstairs with my husband and we watched, I think we had already watched like 2 episodes, but we watched the rest of the episodes of Inventing Anna. It's on Netflix, and it's based on like the story of Anna Delvey. Anna Delvey, that's what it is. It's a really good watch. I would recommend, highly recommend. It's at the beginning of every episode. It says it's entirely based on true facts, except the parts that are totally made up, which I found that funny. So it's definitely, it's an embellishment, but it is based on a true story. So okay. And while I'm sitting down there watching that, I was working on the Scylla Witches. Scylla Witches, where's that? There it is. Okay. I was working on the Scylla Witches this is a Teresa Kogut. And absolutely love this one. And I'm stitching this one on a 20 count Aida that I don't know. It's like a printed, and I don't know like who would have made this, but I know it is printed. That modeling is printed on there because the other side doesn't have it on there. But this is where I'm at. This is how far I got. And I did like that owl, the candle, the word creepy, and then I think I stitched like not all of this, but I like filled in some of this stuff and some more of that border there. So, but that's where I'm at. Love this one too. Loving it. And that was also a Whip Go challenge. That was the other number Whip Go. Was that number 17 this month? Yes, number 17. And so I needed to get 500 stitches, and I did do that. So between creepy and these 2, and then all of this here, that was 500 stitches. So both my Whip Go challenges complete. This was also a Olympic challenge for figure skating, stitch on something with words, and it has words on it. So I was hitting all the challenges with this piece that day, and excited that I got both my Whip Go goals done. That's 2 months in a row. I am excited for that. Happy. Fit everything back in here. Oh. I have this one in a Judy sleeve, and this is her smaller size, not sleeve, but this is her smaller size bag. It's a Judy bag. So my pattern doesn't quite fit in there in the smaller size, but I still love it. Love it. This is Judys Project Bags and More on Facebook. Okay, so then let's jump into, because the next day was President's Day and I don't think I worked on anything. I think I maybe picked up something for a little bit, but I've got all this haul right here in front of me. So let's jump into haul. I got this in the mail and I was shocked. I was like, what? I didn't order anything. This is from Volcano Stitching. Look at those purples and greens. It's getting washed out a little bit. It's a little bit darker than what you're seeing. But it's like a gray base, but then you've got all those purples and greens. It's an 18 count Aida. And I got this because she hit 1,000 members on her Facebook group and I won a 1,000 member giveaway. So I entered for that and I won that. And so thank you very much. I absolutely love it. I have not stitched on her fabric yet, but I love the look of all of her fabric. It's so amazing. Okay, at the end of this, I will have the walkthrough of a Colorado cross stitcher store. So, Colorado cross stitcher, yes, there you go. And it's coloradocrossstitcher.com. I went up there. They're in Fort Collins. Part of the Loopy U. So if you are like right now going up there to look for them, you would actually want to look for the Loopy U's front door, knock on that front door, then they'll let you, and let them know you're there for the cross stitch. They'll let you through to go to the cross stitch. So I was a little kind of discombobulated looking for it, but I found it. So at the very end, I will have a walkthrough of that. While I was there, I picked up this fox. This fox has been screaming at me since it first came out. The rest of the animals haven't really been screaming at me, but oh man. And I picked up the called for 2 variegated that it calls for. The rest is just DMC. So, and it's Chalk and Burnt Orange by, Gentle Arts. Love those. Let's see what else. I picked up Hoop There It Is by Heartstring Samplery. Hoop There It Is. I love all the little motifs. You've got some chairs, you've got a cross, like a hoop being cross stitched on, and yeah, I just love all the little different motifs in there. Plus I love the play on the song. She had like these whole big old bins of floss that was like on clearance. I don't remember exactly what the clearance was or why they were on clearance. It just said like anything with a red dot on it, which these had on there, were on clearance. And so I picked up these, and it is Sugar Plum, which I feel like is not a discontinued color, but maybe it doesn't look like this anymore. Maybe they've changed the way it looks. But yeah, maybe it's just an older dye lot. I don't know. But I picked those up on clearance, because why not? And then she had these amazing dough bowls. Oh, they're so good. She's got little teeny tiny like red ones, and then she had these bigger ones, and this is going to be a perfect size to go on a like a, I don't know, a hutch type kind of a thing that I have downstairs that I plan on putting all my monthly stitch pieces on. So I mean this will give me the opportunity to finish some of those monthly stitch pieces into pillows, and then I can put them in here. But this was $32 from her. So I don't know if she offers shipping on these. This is a 20-inch dough bowl. But you can contact her and find out. I also picked up some grid paper because she had some grid paper there, and why not? And it's in all the different counts. It's 10, 11, 14, and 18. So you've got some really tiny grid all the way up to some really large grid. I don't grid things very often, but I do. So it's nice to have that on hand. I showed you all the rest of this. Yep, because all of that stuff was from Tulsa and a stitching shop. So I showed you all the rest of that. When I got home, I had this waiting for me. I was waiting for these for a while. So, not a while, but Willow's Stitchy Things. Yet another thing that I bought on Etsy and forgot to use my gift card for. Here, let me just pull all these off. I can show them to you one at a time, and you can see all of her information on this. So she included this little needle threader thingy, but there's all of her information. It's got blurry. If you want to screenshot it, she's on Etsy, Willow's Stitchy Things on Etsy, but she is international, so that's kind of why I was waiting on it just a little bit, but not very long. And international, you know, you just have to be patient. That's just how it is. I know that because we ship things, and I was willing to wait because look at that Harry Potter. He's cuddling a little deformed baby Voldemort. Oh my god, it's so demented that it's adorable. You guys, I can't even. He's just cuddling his little Voldemort. Aww. Cute little gross looking baby Voldemort. And I also got an Amartencia needle minder. So I can put this on the Amartencia that I'm stitching. And I got this because it was just too cute. And I was in the Valentine's Day mood. It's like a clay finish piece. So I got those. And I think, no, there's one more thing. I haven't even opened this yet, but I got my next shipment from Crazy Annie's Stitching for the next piece in the Halloween Spooktacular series. This is part number 5 in a 12-part ornament series. This is exclusive to Crazy Annie's Stitching, so if you want this, you have to go through her to get it. but this is part number 5. Look at that spider. He is glorious. The mustache, the Beetlejuice suit, the shoes, the gloves. I mean, I just... perfection. Perfection. Okay. That's trash. That goes over there. And... okay, let's go back to some more stitching because I stitched on Grimm's Fairy Tales. Now I have Grimm's Fairy Tales in this amazing bag that unfortunately she's not even making bags anymore, so I'm not going to shout her out, but God, guys. Oh, something just fell out. Oh, I had a zipper open. Darn it. You've got a pocket over here, you've got these pockets over here, and then you've got behind pockets. The whole thing is like quilted. Oh, it's amazing. I love it. All my floss. That was my fault. I had it open. But this is for the Grimm's Fairy Tales. Oh, let me pop this out of the Q-Snap. From Cloud's Factory. This was last year's sale that, or even, maybe even before that, it may have been 2020 sale that I never kept up with. Adorable. I absolutely love it. I love stitching on it. I just don't get it out and work on it very often. So I think I'm working on part 5 right now. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I'm working on part 5 over here, which is, I think it's Cinderella. I can't show you because all I have is the pattern. I don't have like the picture of it. But yeah, they're all just different Grimm's Fairy Tales. These are the, I'm not going to remember. Something about Briartown Trio or something like that. Something I had never heard of that before. You got the Princess and the Frog. You've got Hansel and Gretel, and Rapunzel, and then Cinderella's going to be over here. So there were a few that I had not heard of as they were coming out, but and then as I was stitching on this, I'm like, oh yeah, this is something with the full alphabet on it too. When I was stitching for that challenge, I had forgot I had this with the alphabet on it. This is what I actually stitched. I stitched all of this like pink stuff in here. And this is like my favorite Berry Splash. I think it's a Weeks Dye Works, yeah. I love that Berry Splash. It stitches up so fun. But that's what I got done. That was for Olympic Challenge Medal Ceremony. Stitch on something with flowers. And yeah, there's flowers all over the place on this piece. So I got that done. And then I stitched on my Cunning Hade yesterday. I didn't bring it over here with me, so I can't tell you my total stitch count so far, but I can't remember that number. But I am 9.28% done. I got a page finish at 1:30 this morning is when I completed that. I stitched majority of the day with a stitchy friend on video chat, and I was working on it all day. And then I picked it up again at night, and another stitchy friend helped me stay awake all night. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. This is my page finish. So excited. So you can see it's this corner up here. I got some fun going on down here, and stitching that was like 500 million different colors. As I'm looking at it right now, I'm just now noticing these little the little flower part up there. I just now noticed that. That's fun. It looks so good when you look at it in the camera. I love it. I love it. This is a 2022 focus, obviously. And I stitched on this for the Olympic goal for the ice hockey challenge, was to stitch towards your goal on something. I mean, that could have been literally anything, because everything, your goal is to finish, right? But I did have the goal of a page finish on this, and I got it done yesterday. It was 600 and some odd stitches that I did yesterday to complete it. I stitched down this row right here. But yeah, I think that this total thing was like 7,000 stitches right there. Does not seem like very much, but 9.28% done. I love it. That was also a pamper yourself goal. And so the pamper yourself, so if you're stitching towards a goal, and this is in the cross stitch journal, but I have that as a page finish is pamper yourself goal, and my reward was to get a Lit Joy box. So bought that as soon as I finished it last night. So that'll be coming in some magical haul. That's fun. And oh, I wrote it down right here. 636 stitches is what I got done yesterday. Okay, plans real quick, and then we're gonna go on to magical section. So plans, March is coming. Now, Steel City Stitchers has an amazing March Madness bracket that they're doing, and I did a version of it last year where I think I got out and I touched every single one of my whips. Or yeah, I don't remember. I just remember I was stitching on something every single day. It was insane. I think I was stitching like 2 things a day. It was, I mean, Steel City Stitchers even shouted me out for how like crazy I was being, and it was insane because by the time I was done, I was totally wiped out with it, and like didn't want to stitch for the entire month of April. But so I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that again. But I am in the planner, in the stitching journal planner from the Black Needle Society. There is a Battle of the Whips page, and it's different than what Steel City Stitcher is doing, but sort of in that same vein. You're going to have 12 whips or new starts, whatever you want to do, and you're going to have 3 against each other. So you have a set of 3, and whoever wins goes over here they get to the winner spot. And you have these 3, they go over here, these 3, and then you've got, you know, round 2s, and then you've got round 3, and then you declare your winner here. So for my sets of 3s, I kind of grouped what I mean, similar type stitches, if that makes sense. And what you're doing in the instructions here is to stitch at least 1 hour on each project, note the number of stitches completed, move on to round 2 with the project that got the most stitches. So, in my round 1 pieces, in spots 1, 2, and 3, I've got Franken Boo, the Spooky Boo's Drum, and Mr. Jingles. Those are all really small pieces that are all really close to finishes, and I would like to see a finish on those this year, so I grouped those 3 together. Then the next set of 3, I've got the Chopping Mall, Universal Monsters, and the Cryptids. Those are all Witchy Stitcher Sals that I have going and not finished. So there's something floating. I grouped all 3 of those together, see which one gets the most love, I guess. The next group of 3 is the Grimm's Fairy Tales that I just showed you, the Halloween Calendar, and Amartencia. Those are all 3 things that just got touched this month, but also, like, I don't know, they need some more love. Like, because I just got them out and worked on them, I'm excited to work on them some more, so that's why they got there. And then the last group of 3 is all Slytherin Pride. I've got my Slytherin Crest, my Cunning Hade, and I Solemnly Swear, which is being stitched up in the Slytherin colors. So we will see out of those battles who wins what. Now, I'm not starting stitching on any of these until March 8th because I'm super busy next week. I have, I'm going to Universal again on Monday. I will be there Monday, Tuesday, fly home Wednesday, and come home, record a video for you guys. And then on Thursday, driving to Nashville Market. Black Needle Society is going to be a vendor there. They will be meeting, Katie and Lara will be meeting all the designers, rubbing elbows, kissing babies, shaking hands, whatever they need to do to make all the connections to get all of these amazing designers featured in future boxes. While they are doing that, I will be shopping for prize stuff for upcoming Black Needle Society retreats, and also for you guys. Katie sent out an email yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. If you didn't receive that email, or if you're not in the Black Needle Society group, because she also posted the Google form link there. There's a Google form that you would need to fill out with your wish list. It's not a pre-order. You're not prepaying us anything. You're just expressing to us what you would like to have. we are going to try to secure that for you. When we get home, we'll let you know what we have. We'll invoice you. You pay your invoice. But by filling that out, you are agreeing to pay. Like, if we pick it up for you, you need to pay for it. It's not just, we're not a store. We're not going to, like, have inventory that we can sell, if that makes sense. So, I'll be personal shopping for you. If you want me to personal shop for you, let me know. Fill out the Google form. There's also some talk of maybe doing some Instagram lives from there so that I can personal shop for you during a live. I don't know how that's going to work. There's some logistics that need to be worked out on that because I'm going to be by myself. So, but that'll be all on the Black Needle Society Instagram page. So follow that page if you're not already following that page to see more information. If that comes to fruition, if that happens, it will all be there. We will be there Friday and Saturday of next week. So that is the 4th and the 5th. We might be there a little bit Sunday morning, but we are driving home Sunday morning. It's a 7.5-hour drive. So I think Sunday morning is just going to be like kind of a pack up and go home kind of a thing. But yeah, we will be there all day, Friday and Saturday. So fill out the Google form, watch all the Instagram pages for the lives, all the things. And then drive home on the 6th. And then the 7th is our next Harry Potter Stitch Together. I feel like we just had it. It's like so fun. This month for sure, for this next chat that we are doing, I host a video chat. It's through Facebook Messenger. You have to Facebook message me if you want to join the group. We get on there, we video chat. Everybody's stitching on something Harry Potter related. And we do have one member who is a Harry Potter newbie. So she is going through reading the books and watching the movies, and then we're kind of doing trivia as it follows her. So she is currently reading book 2. We'll watch the movie and be ready for book 2 trivia on March 7th when we're chatting. So there's that to look forward to as well. So yeah, I'm busy all the way through the 7th. Now, so starting on the 8th, I will start doing the Battle of the Whips. So that's the plan. And I think, nope, I have to pull a card. So for the rest of this week, I need to stitch on my travel piece, which was the card I pulled last week. And that is half the fun. So I need to pull that out and stitch on that. Oh, I did stitch on a piece with water, was my Grimm's Fairy Tale piece. That was last week's challenge. I didn't stitch on it until this week, and I didn't get my 500 stitches in, so challenge failed completely on this one. But I'm moving on. I'm not backtracking. So this week I need to stitch on a travel piece, which is half the fun. I need to pull that out and still work on that. And I need to do my last Olympic challenge, which is to stitch on something that I want to finish in 2022. So I'm going to pull out It's Snow Fun by the Country Cottage Needleworks, I think is who that is by. Yeah. Okay. So let's pull another card for next week. Before we move on here. Boom. Let's see. Stitch on a piece whose designer is no longer living. I mean, the first thing that comes to mind, because she's just passed away, is Barb. So I don't know that I have a Blackbird piece started though. I will look through. There was somebody else that just passed away though that I had some of. I mean, this is a morbid card, Katie. Who died so I can stitch on their pieces? I will find something. And I will post it on Instagram or somewhere, and you will see it next week when I let you know. But that is what we're gonna stitch on this week. That is all I have for stitching. Now, magical haul. Magical haul. Oh wait, while we're still in stitching. I have a giveaway. I said that at the very beginning. The Amazing Sue got, and I've been talking about this journal the entire time, going over everything. If you did not get the journal from the Black Needle Society, it was in our November box. Boom. the amazing Sue has donated to me her journal to give to one of you. It's going to come with the sticker set that was in that box, and it's also going to come with the project trackers that were in that box from Sword Design, S-Word Design. So you've got project trackers for your projects, you've got stickers for your journal, and you've got the amazing journal. I flipped through this. I talk about this every week. You know it, you've seen it. So if you would like to be entered for this giveaway, you need to say journal somewhere in your comment. And thank you to Sue for sending us this and allowing me to pass it on to one of you amazing viewers. Thank you so much. That is amazing. Gonna have a magical giveaway next week, so tune in next week for a magical giveaway. For my birthday though, from Katie and Lara, I got another wand. This is a Nicholas Flamel wand. This is not a universal wand. It is a handcrafted wand. Can we just, it is so good. It is so good. And it's, I mean, compared to the universal size wands, I would say it's a similar size, but this is Nicholas Flamel. And no, I just have a Deathly Hallows card in here. I thought maybe I had his information card in here, but I do not. I do not. Maybe I will get that from Katie and Laura so that I can pass that on. But I think that he's an Etsy, person. Yeah, this is an amazing wand. I love this wand. Just like, yeah, it's got a good hold to it. I could do lots of spells. I just need the ability to do magic. Okay, so I got that for my birthday. That is awesome. I love it. I will have a magical giveaway next week, and let's do the calendar for February. This is the MuggleNet calendar, MuggleNet fandom calendar for this year. This is February artwork, and we're picking up on what would have been today. I should have filmed yesterday, so we're picking up on the 23rd. So yesterday was Kelly McDonald's birthday, who plays Helena Ravenclaw in almost said Dark Hunters. That's another series. That's a whole nother book series. Deathly Hallows Part 2. Yesterday was also the Educational Decree number 27 was passed in 1996. And the Quibbler with Harry's interview is released in 1996. Today we have Eduardo Lima, who is a graphic artist. It's his birthday. And it's Newt Scamander's birthday today. I think I have a Newt somewhere up there in my Funko Pops. Maybe not. I don't remember. Newt is from the Fantastic Beasts movies. It was also the day, today is also the day of the second task of the Triwizard Tournament in 1995. Tomorrow is the actors James Phelps and Oliver Phelps' birthday, who play Fred and George Weasley. The character's birthday is April 1st, because April Fool's Day. I know that one. Then the 26th is Rohan Gotobed's birthday. He plays young Sirius Black. And then Sunday is Timothy Spall's birthday. He plays Peter Pettigrew. And Monday is Alfred Burke's birthday. He plays Armando Dippet. He has passed away. Georgina Leonidas. It's Leonidas. I thought I was saying it wrong. Katie Bell. She plays Katie Bell. It's her birthday. And Poppy Miller, who plays Ginny Weasley. That's not right. In CC. Oh, Cursed Child. I was like, that's not who plays Ginny Weasley. But the Cursed Child. Okay. The Cursed Child play. That's the 28th. And then we are on to March 1st. But I will be filming on March 2nd. So we'll pick that up when I am back next week we'll start with March when I'm back next week. And then from the book, we've got Harry Potter, A Magical Year, illustrated by Jim Kay. And let's see, we need to pick up on the 26th, right? What is today? Today's the 26th? Yesterday was the 26th, that's right. Okay, so we're on a new page. Is that Errol? That might be Errol. With the howler in his mouth? Yeah, that looks right. February 26th. Thank you, said Twycross. Now then. I don't know what that is from. He waved his wand. Old-fashioned wooden hoops instantly appeared on the floor in front of every student. The important thing to remember when apparating are the 3 Ds, said Twycross. Twycross. I don't know how to say his name. Destination, determination, deliberation. I forgot about that whole apparition training thing that they went through. That was in the Half-Blood Prince. February 27th. The school owls swooped into the great hall, carrying the mail as usual, and Neville choked on as a huge barn owl landed in front of him, a scarlet envelope clutched in his beak. Harry and Ron, who were sitting opposite him, recognized the letter as a howler at once. Ron had got one from his mother the year before. "Run for it, Neville," Ron advised. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I don't remember why Neville got a howler in the Prisoner of Azkaban. I don't remember. February 28th. A little way to his left, Ernie Macmillan was contemplating his hoop so hard that his face had turned pink. It looked as though he was straining to lay a quaffle-sized egg. Also from the apparition training. February 29th, which we don't have this year, but I will read anyways. I am sorry to say that from the moment you have arrived in this class, my dear, it has been apparent that you do not have what the noble art of divination requires. Indeed, I don't remember ever meeting a student whose mind was so hopelessly mundane. There was a moment's silence. Then, "Fine," said Hermione suddenly, getting up and cramming Unfogging the Future back into her bag. "Fine," she repeated, swinging the bag over her shoulder and almost knocking Ron off his chair. "I give up. I'm leaving." As she stormed off and never returned to divination. Then we will pick up with March again, like I said, next week, but we've got this amazing March artwork. Look at that. That is stunning. I'm assuming this is a greenhouse. Herbology exams this way. Oh, that is an amazing greenhouse. But, okay, we'll pick back up with all the rest of that next week. And that is all I have for you. I have to edit the bejesus out of this. But that's all I got. I'm gonna have a busy next week. But hopefully the rest of this week I can get some stitching done and relaxing. So I will see you guys next week. Bye.